Not the performance you wanted. What went wrong today?
Well, parts of it was really good. I thought we started well, high energy, created some good openings and scored a fantastic goal coming into half-time, 1-0. You're pleased. Second half, we lacked that cutting edge to get the second, which is vital in a game like this, because from a corner that we have, you concede 5 seconds later, so that was a disappointing bit.
Are you playing? Do you think you're playing with too much risk in that situation? Is it too open?
No. We weren't too open. We had enough players behind the ball, but we didn't deal with the ball with the tackles when we should have had. So, and a good goal by them, but when the counter on one side, the finish is gonna happen from the other side. So we just didn't regroup and reorganize well enough.
Rafa, you must be very proud of your side this afternoon.
Yeah, obviously really pleased, because to come here and to perform in the way that we were performing, I think we were nearly there, very close. The chances that we had, the way that we were defending, I think against a very good team, you have to be really proud of the players and everyone.
Are you talking about that little chance at the end? You thought you got it?
I didn't see, so I was watching the linesman, and now with the VAR you have to wait, but I think it was a chance. So maybe Davis, if he can shoot and finish, we were talking about another thing, but anyway, really pleased with the effort, the commitment, and the way that we were doing things on the pitch during 90 minutes.
Where did you get that goal celebration from, right?
You know what? Listen, this guy is my idol. I grew up watching Cristiano Ronaldo, spent hours on the training pitch trying to execute his techniques. Maybe should have spent a bit longer on the celebration because it wasn't great execution, but no, it was a bit of respect to Cristiano, and it's an honour to be on the same field as him.
Talk us through that goal then.
Oh, it was amazing. Dimmy doing what Dimmy does best, on the counter-attack, using his pace and power. And then as soon as Duke's got it, I know with the quality he has and the vision he's had all season, I knew if I kept up with him, he would put it in my path. And thankfully on this occasion, I managed to keep my composure and put it in the bottom corner.
I'd imagine a lot of Manchester United fans would love Cristiano Ronaldo to start every game.
Yeah, I think me and him, we understand more than you, for example, the experts and journalists. And then it's about picking the right moments to play him, to not play him. Of course, he's not a young puppy anymore, but he's professional as ever, ready to come on, and he came on with loads of energy and attitude today as well.
We should win this game. We should create more chances. We shouldn't concede that kind of goal we concede. It's not the first time, and we have to look at our mistakes and see what we can do better from here.
Yeah, we'll come to Ronaldo in a few seconds, but first, Danny, Everton's impressive start to the season continues. They've become very competitive under Rafa.
Well organised, good on the counter, as you'd expect with Rafa's teams. Well, created some good chances, but their calamitous defending let Everton back in, who grew into the game. As the game, they got more confidence. This is the goal. This is from a United point of view. It's their corner. Fred got to win that tackle. He doesn't.
Or that one.
Not strong enough when he comes to the shoulder barge. And look at United's 4 players. They're not proactive. They're reactive. It's too late. Can't get back. Shaw does get across. Poor attempt at trying to win the ball. Dangles a foot, goes at it too quick, vacates the space. And Varane just can't catch Townsend. Didn't have the pace to get back, and it's a cool finish. It was an awful goal to give away, and United can't keep clean sheets. They're really struggling at Old Trafford. Ronaldo fuming with Fred, rightly so. From an Everton perspective, 3 of their best players this season, Decore, Gray and Townsend, all link up. I think Gray's been magnificent, by the way. Good awareness. Decore, non-stop running, good awareness again. And his confidence at the moment, he was never missing. He took his time onto his so-called weaker foot and smashed it in the bottom corner. And it could have got better for them.
Yeah, well, it could. They could have pinched it, couldn't they? At the end, they had a fabulous chance that Davies squared it just offside.
And you look at it, you saw Andros Townsend obviously started the season magnificent. His confidence is high. And Tom Davies had 3 substitute appearances. And when you look at the way that this chance comes to him, you think to yourself, right, you're at Old Trafford, like Danny was saying earlier to me in the room. You're at Old Trafford, take that touch in there and go and finish it, win the game, finish the game. His touch is tentative. He's got to know that Decore is offside there. But I think that this is a massive lack of confidence, and it's the mental state he's probably in at the moment. He just wants it to be He just wants to be perfect to do it, but he's not taking it responsibility himself. Even there, he could still shoot himself. He shouldn't be squaring that. No. He's passed the buck for me there.
Yeah, and Mina's the one, obviously not.
But also the United backline there, Gary. It's another. It's awful. There's no communication. Sancho should have done better in the challenge. Two chances. I mean, that could have lost them the game, but the defending's been poor from Manchester United.
Manchester United too had their chances, which brings us in a way to Cristiano Ronaldo. He didn't start the game. He came on in the 57th minute. He looked very frustrated at the end. That was Andros Townsend, as he said. He was his hero. He's probably a few words. But you could see we don't know what he's miffed about, whether it's the result, whether it's the fact he didn't start. But how surprised were you that he didn't feature after his late show the other week?
Very surprised, Gary, simply because, you know, if you've got Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm sure, yes, you do have to create a structure for him to fit in, but, you know, because Cavani works so hard, but he's not missing that header if he's on the pitch. He's not missing that. And when you've got Cristiano Ronaldo, you have to build a team and structure around him so it can work for him. Because, like I say, Cavani presses, he closes down, his movement's great. But I think that this one as well, this is the kind of chance, I don't think if he's on the pitch, he misses those chances. So whatever Ole's saying about what we're saying, like pundits and whatever experts are saying, if you've got him in your team, a match winner, and you can't set it up for him to be playing in there to do what he does, ever likely he's going to walk off the pitch like he has.
But Ollie will say he's 36. We've got.
No, we're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo being 36.
No, absolutely. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yes,
that's what Ollie's saying.
Yes, but Ollie can say that. But like, if that's the case, then Cristiano Ronaldo don't walk off the pitch like that. He's upset. He doesn't lose. I don't see him miss many games in his whole career up to this point.
The other thing that I found right is strange as well is you're not just taking out your best goal scorer. You actually took off the pitch, started on the bench, your best creator. Pogba and Ronaldo were both left out. Now, obviously, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but...
if you win, it's not a big deal.
Could have lost that game.
I think it's fair to say they'll both be in the starting lineup next week.
Probably.
Dimian Dukes, now we know the nickname for Demarai Gray and Abdoulaye Doucouré. Now, look, of course, all the headlines will belong to Manchester United and the fact that they've let more points slip at home for a second week running. We've got to give Everton their due. For the third season in a row, they've taken a point from Old Trafford, and they were well worth it in the end, Karen.
Yeah, I mean, they had a lot of possession against them, and I think the counter-attack we saw was key there, and the two players that we spoke about, Demarai Gray and Townsend, were really instrumental in that, and when they had the chance, they were clinical and took it, and naive from Man United, you know, Fred could have made that tackle from that corner, which is a worry for me. You know, I think they've got everything, but that midfield area is for me, their Achilles heel and why they won't win the Premier League this season until they fix that. But credit to Everton, dug deep and looked a threat on the counter-attack for sure.
Rafa's winning over these sceptical Everton fans over, isn't he?
He is at the moment, yeah. As soon as he starts losing a few games, he'll soon turn.
You're talking from experience.
Listen, he's done well. I mean, no Calvert-Lewin, no Richarlison, you know, he's getting on with it. You know, great signings in Townsend, cost them nothing, 1.6 million for Demarai Gray. You knew what to expect. If you're a Man United manager, you know they're going to come, they're going to sit in there and they're going to try and counter-attack. And you have to pick the correct team to try and counteract that. And unfortunately, Ollie didn't do that today.
Yeah. Karen spoke about Manchester United's involvement in the goal and Fred in particular, but from an Everton perspective, it was a good team goal, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a great goal. It was a great goal. You know, defending a corner and they burst away, and there's Demarai there uses his pace. I mean, I'll let Karen talk about the defending after this, but he gets his head up, he sees Doucouré and big powerhouse, comes inside, knows Andros is there, gets it out. Listen, I've had Andros when he was 12, 15 years, up to 15 years, 17, 18, give him his opportunity to play at Tottenham. Listen, the boy is more reliable on his right foot than he is on his left foot. You know, practices every single day. I mean, I think he lashes things with his left foot. He's more control with the right foot, and, you know, he's absolutely finding the net at the moment, you know, so congratulations to him. And as you quite rightly say, they deserved it today. They deserved to come away with that with something.
The goal was something. I'm not quite sure we can say the same thing about the celebration, though.
No, but look, at least he came out and explained it, because some people might be saying, you know, was he taking liberties with it? But he obviously said, look, you're my idol, and, you know, Ronaldo's given me his jersey, and look, I think I looked up to Ronaldo, and I'm sure if I played on the same pitch, I'd be buzzing as well. So,
yeah.
But I'm glad he cleared it up, because I think it was a bit touch and go.
Yeah. Interesting that he's obviously taken to social media to say he's got Ronaldo's shirt at the end. I'm not quite sure what Ronaldo made when he's seen someone obviously take off his goal celebration. I find that quite humble, actually, to hear one Premier League player saying, I grew up idolising this fella, and here I am sharing the pitch with him.
Absolutely. I mean, Andros never thought he would share a picture with him again. You know, none of us did. You know, it was just a surprise when he came back to Man United. We're privileged to have him back in the Premier League. And long may it continue, you know. But no, listen, Andros, he didn't want to disrespect him. But I loved the reaction from Ronaldo. You know, no interest in him. You know, whatever you got to do, you got to do. All he was concentrating on is they never took maximum points, and it's hurting him tonight. Yeah. So I'm really pleased for Andros Townsend, but I'm also pleased with the reaction Ronaldo gave to Andros.
Interesting reaction, I suppose, for Manchester United fans after dropping more points at Old Trafford. This is what Owen Hargreaves and Michael Owen made of it on Matchday Live.
Answers again for you?
Yeah, I mean, questions again with the substitutes, I think. I can't believe how Jesse Lingard's not... Well, I thought he would start today. I thought Varney and Jesse Lingard would start. They made a big impact when they came on. I couldn't believe it in midweek when he only got 6 minutes at the end of the game and still made a huge impact. Every time he sets foot on a pitch for Manchester United, he makes something. He either scores or assists or does something. I thought it's only a matter of time before he gets a start. I thought it'd be today. And when they're struggling, I thought he'd be one of the first people to come on. Now, he's setting himself up for a problem, though, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because if you're going to rest so many big hitters, then all of a sudden you're going to be leaving probably 1 or 2 players on the bench that either should be starting or at least should be coming on to change a game. And when you leave Ronaldo on the bench, Pogba on the bench, Sancho on the bench, all of a sudden you feel obliged with spending fortunes on these types of players, got to put them on first. Whereas I thought Jesse Lingard was probably one of the most obvious ones.
Should Ole Gunnar Solskjaer face some tough questions over his team selection?
I think for me, if you look at the teams that have won the Premier League, they've got a consistent 11. You know, why can't he keep his best players out there? Why is he not sticking with Ronaldo?
But can he play 3 games in a week at 36?
Well, he looks like he can. He looks incredible. And I
suppose there's an international break.
Well, and also he's intelligent. He doesn't have to run around like he did as an 18-year-old. You can be smart. You can look disinterested and then come alive and be alert in that 9 position. But I don't know. That is the one thing, his team selection, Ollie, and I know he really does try and do what Alex Ferguson used to do and manage people and pick games specifically. But every time he does that, they let him down. So I think you just got to play your best 11, and then if they blow up at 60, then chop them out.
I don't believe for 1 minute Ollie's left out Ronnie without talking to him. I mean, I think they've got their heads together, and I think Ronaldo said, "Yeah, I'll take a rest today."
You still think he's calling the shots?
Absolutely calling the shots, 100%. If he wanted to play in that game today, I believe he would have played. I don't think Solskjaer's got that much power over Ronaldo. I really don't. I think that if he wanted to play today, he would have played. I think that he's probably told him when he wants to come on to rescue it as well. And they nearly do that at the end. You know, when they bring on I think Sancho did better when he come onto the pitch. I think he's had a rough ride of it because he's not had a rhythm. He's not been fantastic. You'd have to admit that. You've got Fred and McTominay. You know you're going to have all the possession. Are they the best in possession? You get caught on a counter-attack there, but it's a poor decision from Fred. All he has to do is clear out Demarai Gray early doors. Listen, I think that the teams what you used to be scared to go and play at Old Trafford, they're the ones who keep the ball. You know, they've got width, they've got pace, they've got guile. I think they've got a lot of that in forward areas. I just think that he's not putting it all together at the same time, and that's down to the manager. Does he feel like he's under pressure? Of course he does. He's managing Manchester United. He knows what it's all about. I think he's got a way of it up to now. To not win a trophy in that amount of time, you know, no one survives. No, Ollie survived at the moment, but they brought in Varane, they brought Ronaldo, they brought Sancho. The pressure's on him. He knows that.
Let's have a look at their results. Played in all competitions this season. On the whole, it's been largely positive.
Well,
but if I put this to you, the word unconvincing always seems to be cropping up. Leeds and Newcastle, have those two been the only performances that have made you sit up and take notice?
Yeah, I was at the West Ham game, and I thought they were lucky. I thought West Ham were very good that day. I feel like they're individuals how they play. You know, we just watched the Brighton, who were a team who have an identity. I don't see that with Man United. I don't really see what they're trying to do. I don't see a clear direction. So, yeah, and I think it's tough. And then look, the next fixtures they've got, wow, no pressure really. So it'll be interesting again. And I just think I stand by it. I think he's just got to pick his best 11 and go with it.
Yeah.
14 points from 7 games played, and that's without having really played any of the other big hitters.
Yeah.
But the next few fixtures, particularly in the Premier League, are quite something. Leicester, Liverpool, Tottenham, Manchester City, Watford, Chelsea and Arsenal. Tim, you're shaking your head just now looking at that.
Well, no, I was looking at the results. At the other side, I think he made a rod for his own back. You know, the young boys fixture was putting huge pressure on him. And then in the Carabao Cup, you play a weakened side against West Ham, who also come with their reserves, and you don't get the result. That's a trophy which is the easiest trophy to win. We all know that. I think you should try and win something at Manchester United. I told you about the pressure what he's under to win a trophy. I'm not sure the Carabao Cup would have been the answer, but it would have been nice still to be in the competition. And then it brings huge pressure when you play in the Champions League against Villarreal, and we know what happened there. 95th minute, the King comes and rescues them again. So, you know, he's not going to do it all the time. Sometimes you're relying on luck all of the time, and a lot of it is luck. You know, when they're winning these games. I don't think they were spectacular in the homecoming of Ronaldo against Newcastle. That could have gone the other way until they actually won the game and got ahead. Then they took it away from Newcastle. Your luck runs out in the end. But I think he needs to have a playing style which is consistent, and I don't see that at Manchester United. I don't know what I'm going to get. I know that Ronaldo's going to come in and score big goals, and I know Bruno Fernandes is a world-class player, and I know if he plays Pogba in his correct position, we know what we're going to get there. But we don't know where their holding midfield player is. We don't know what the wide players are going to give you, albeit I think Greenwood is a superstar in the making.
Yeah.
And defensively, I think they've been solid. But also, we're going to know how much we're going to miss Maguire. We only saw last year how much they missed Maguire when he weren't there. You know, everyone criticised him, me included, over a number of seasons. But when he's missing, you know that you need him. And I think that's a sign of a good player. So I was wrong with that. Absolutely a top Premier League defender is Harry Maguire. But you only know when he's not there. He's not there at the moment, so they need to keep that door closed at the back.